Chosen one, you've done more than you even realize. And now, heaven has responded with more than you dared to dream. You've crossed an invisible line in the spirit realm. You have entered into a dimension where lack no longer rules you, where delay is over and overflow begins to flood every area of your life. Big money is not a maybe anymore. It's not a fantasy. It has arrived. It's here. It's real. It's yours. This message is not a coincidence, and your soul knows it. It resonates because your entire life has been preparing for this moment of arrival. You are not watching this video by accident. You are divinely led here because you are in alignment with a breakthrough that has already been dispatched. You've stepped into the frequency of miracles. So watch this video till the end and write your warmest wishes and the number 99 in the comments, because this is your declaration that your wish is alive and the universe is moving to energize it, amplify it, and bring it into your physical reality. Let this video be your confirmation that your manifestation is not only possible, it's inevitable. This isn't a dream anymore. This is the beginning of your financial reign. Now chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. There's something unique about the way you've been handled by life. You've gone through cycles of almost, and not yet people saw your potential, but didn't always see your pain. They didn't see the nights you sowed seeds in silence, or the moments you gave when you had almost nothing left. But the divine saw everything, and the return on your inner investment is not coming. It has come. You've won more, not because you begged for it, not because you chased it, but because you were always marked to receive it. Big money has arrived in your vibration. That means you're not waiting on a blessing anymore. You are the blessing, and now the money is drawn to you. This is magnetic wealth. This is supernatural pay. This is reward for who you've become. You've risen in frequency, and now the energy of abundance has found you because you finally believe you're worthy of it. You didn't compromise your soul. You didn't chase after things that weren't meant for you. You waited on divine timing. You trusted even when you felt forgotten. And now the spotlight of heaven is on your name, and the prize is being dropped at your doorstep. You're walking into unexpected deposits, surprise transfers, open doors that were previously sealed, and golden opportunities that feel tailor-made just for you. Don't be surprised when a check shows up in the mail. Don't be surprised when an email changes your financial future. You are chosen and chosen. Ones don't beg for breadcrumbs. They are handed the keys to vaults. You've entered into a spiritual season of repayment. Everything that was stolen is being returned, multiplied. Everything that was denied is being approved immediately. Everything that was stuck is being loosed supernaturally. Big money is the language of this new season. This isn't just about receiving bills paid. It's about financial overflow that leaves a legacy. It's about walking into boardrooms and blessing nations. You're not being paid back just for what you did. You're being paid back for who you are. And that payment is large. There's a reason why so many obstacles surrounded your past. It wasn't because you were unworthy. It was because you were being protected and hidden. God didn't want the enemy to sabotage your inheritance. So you were delayed, not denied. You were slowed down, not shut out. And now that you've passed the test, now that you've matured in spirit and in strength, your reward is being delivered in full. What you feel in your spirit right now is confirmation. The tingling sensation in your chest, the tears rising up, the internal, yes, that's your soul agreeing with truth. Big money doesn't just mean dollar signs. It means peace. It means freedom. It means access. It means rest. It means you won't have to explain your worth anymore. Your results will speak louder than words ever could. You've crossed into an energetic plane where your money multiplies while you sleep, where your bank account reflects your divine identity. where what once seemed like miracles now become normal. You'll wake up and find the thing you once begged for now shows up uninvited. That's the kind of abundance that has touched your life. You didn't miss your moment. You were preserved for it. And this message is your proof. This is not hype. This is prophecy. Your soul wouldn't be agreeing if it wasn't already happening in another realm. You've already won. Big money has already moved into your atmosphere. The call has already gone out, and the angels have already been dispatched with the wealth in their hands. This is your divine wealth transfer. It doesn't matter who doubts you, who rejected you, or who mocked. Your belief, what matters, is that you never gave up, and now heaven is celebrating you with a downpour of blessing. You were not chosen to struggle forever. You were not designed to live. Check to check that season is over. Your name has been written on the documents of divine prosperity, and there's a signature from heaven that says, paid in full. You owe nothing to lack anymore. You owe nothing to struggle. You're in financial alignment. Now money is no longer your master. It is your servant. You've mastered the vibration of worthiness, and the universe is responding accordingly when you walk into rooms. Now favor follows when you speak. Opportunities chase your voice when you imagine. Heaven takes it as a request. You're on a new level, and this level doesn't tolerate delay. You are in the territory of acceleration. What would have taken 5 years is going to show up in 5 days. What was stuck in paperwork will suddenly be approved. What was lost will be found with increase. You've got to get ready, because you're not just going to be financially blessed for you. You're going to fund visions, build empires, bless strangers, and rewrite your entire family's financial story. You've become a vessel of wealth. Money flows through you, and because you've stayed pure and surrendered, you'll never run dry. This is your moment. Say it aloud to yourself. Big money has arrived. I receive it, I claim it, I live in it. That declaration alone opens spiritual gates every time you affirm your abundance. The invisible forces of heaven work on your behalf. Don't you dare look back. Don't rehearse your trauma. You're not who you were. You're not where you were. You're in the middle of your divine payday. Your hands will touch what your heart prayed for. Your life will echo the sound of answered prayers. Your wallet, your home, your future. It's all being filled with divine deposits. Big money has arrived, and it didn't come from chance. It came because you are the chosen one. The reason you felt a shift in your energy, a sudden sense of peace, or even the urge to celebrate without knowing why, it's because your spirit picked up what your eyes haven't seen. Yet your wealth has already arrived in the unseen, and now it's simply making its way into form. You've stepped into prophetic timing, where things manifest, not based on effort, but on identity, because of who you are. Doors have to open because of the light within you. Resources have to flow because of the destiny on your name. Money has to obey the financial freedom that's arriving. Isn't just about more, it's about dominion. You're not just going to experience financial relief. You're going to dominate the atmosphere around you. With wealth, you'll have more than enough. You'll bless others without thinking twice. You'll live in overflow because you've tapped into the source, not the system. The source is divine. The source is limitless. The source never runs out, and because you're plugged into it, now neither will you. You're becoming a magnet for big money. It's not random, it's energetic, it's spiritual law, responding to your spiritual growth. The universe doesn't delay what is aligned. You've shifted within. And now everything outside must shift too. You'll notice that money comes easier, decisions are clearer, deals move faster, and new streams start to appear without strain. That's the sign of divine compensation kicking in. You've gone through cycles of being overlooked, underpaid, and misunderstood, and now you're about to be over-rewarded, oversupplied, and overjoyed. God saw your consistency. your patience, your secret generosity. And now, heaven has decided to compensate you in front of everyone who thought your wait was wasted, but nothing was wasted. Every delay was interest being added to your spiritual account. Now it's being released in one massive wave. You're not the same person who was scraping by or second-guessing your worth. That version of you is expired. You've been upgraded in silence. You've been trained in the shadows. And now you're being presented in light. It's your time to receive at a level you've never seen before, not just for survival, not just for comfort, but for destiny, level abundance. Big money doesn't make you different. It reveals who you really are, and what it's going to reveal to the world is the truth that's been inside you all along, that you are royalty in disguise, that you are a multiplier, that you are a chosen carrier of divine resources. You were born for this. You didn't force it. You didn't fake it. You aligned with it, and because of that, you're going to flourish on a supernatural level. Expect calls that change your calendar. Expect opportunities that shock your expectations. Expect offers that seem too good to be true, and accept them. Anyway, this is not the season to doubt. This is the season to receive. You've already passed the spiritual exam. The results are in. You've been found faithful. Now, the vault is opening, and what's inside has your name on it. It's going to start subtly small, blessings, random gifts, unexpected credits, but then it will increase rapidly, divine partnerships, sudden job offers, business elevation, passive income pouring in from places you didn't even know existed. You'll see people treating you differently, as if they can feel the wealth around you without knowing what changed. That's because you're radiating prosperity now. It's on you, it's in you, it's yours. There will be moments where your logic tries to question it, where your past tries to rise and remind you of struggle, but you must override it. You're not repeating old cycles. You're rewriting the entire system. This money isn't temporary, it's structural, it's foundational, it's generational. And most importantly, it's spiritually protected. No one can rob you of what heaven has released. No curse, no competition, no confusion can cancel your confirmation. You will notice that some people start to drift away from you in this season, and that's okay. They were not assigned to your elevation. Not everyone can handle your success. Not everyone will understand your expansion, but that doesn't mean you shrink. You've earned this blessing. You've cultivated this ground with your tears. You've nurtured this season with your faith, and now it's blooming, bold and unstoppable. Don't apologize for the abundance you've cried long enough. You've sacrificed silently. You've lived humble and hidden. Now is your time to be exalted by divine will, not human permission. This money isn't coming to ruin you. It's coming to reveal your mission. You'll know exactly what to do with it, because the same voice that led you here will lead you further. People will ask how you did it. They'll want to know your secret, and your answer will be simple. I aligned with my true self. I stopped doubting what I knew. Deep down, I embraced the call. I believed when nothing looked certain. And now, I'm just living the result of obedience. Every corner of your life is being touched. Relationships are being healed. Health is improving, confidence is increasing, and finances, they're exploding. Get used to receiving wire transfers that make your hands shake. Get used to phone calls that start with congratulations. Get used to banks calling you a VIP. You've entered the room of more, and you're not going back. Everything is adding up now. The losses that didn't make sense, the delays that broke your heart, the detours that made you feel forgotten, they were all part of this blueprint. They were the steps that carried you to this exact frequency. The riches had to be delayed until you were ready, and now you are fully, finally, unapologetically ready. Your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't even walked into yet. Your face is being associated with wealth, with excellence, with trust. You're no longer searching for blessings. You are the embodiment of one. That's why money is flowing your way with such power. You've tapped into something eternal, and now the earthly is aligning to match it. Don't try to explain it to everyone. Some won't understand. Just keep shining, keep allowing, keep expecting. The divine isn't finished yet. This is only the beginning of your financial testimony, and the world is about to watch you rise from the ashes into absolute affluence. Big money has arrived, and with it, a brand new life. One of joy, one of ease, one of extraordinary supernatural supply. There is a new frequency around you now. And whether you realize it or not, others can feel it. You've shifted from survival mode into abundance vibration, and it's magnetic. That's why you're starting to notice subtle changes, unexpected compliments, unusual opportunities, doors cracking open before you even knock. What you're experiencing is the divine ripple effect of big money energy. It goes beyond currency. It rewrites atmospheres. It speaks a language of yes and now, chosen one. This is what alignment feels like no more. Begging, no more chasing, no more settling when you're aligned with your divine identity. Wealth no longer avoids you. It seeks you out. It finds you even in hidden places. Why? Because abundance is intelligent. It recognizes divine DNA, and you carry it. You are encoded for increase right now. Heaven is performing divine transactions on your behalf. Supernatural resources are being allocated to your name. Things are moving in the spirit before you ever see them in the physical. But soon it will all show up. Tangible, undeniable, overflowing. You've entered a season where your bank account, your home, your energy, your relationships will all mirror. This one truth: you've won more. You didn't win because of luck. You didn't win because of connections. You won because of faith. You won because you kept walking through doors others quit at. You showed up when no one clapped for you. You stayed faithful to your calling when nobody understood your path. You spoke abundance into your future before a dollar touched your hands, and now those words are bearing fruit. Your breakthrough wasn't delayed, it was customized. The size of your blessing required extra preparation. You had to be refined, trained, fortified. Why? Because what's coming to you is not just wealth. It's responsibility, influence, impact. You're about to hold what others only dream about, and you'll hold it with grace, with authority, and with divine direction. Watch how people begin to seek your wisdom. Watch how your presence alone starts shifting atmospheres. That's the sign of a chosen one. Crowned with abundance, you'll no longer have to explain your worth. Your results will be proof. The abundance around you will be your evidence. You're not just getting rich, you're becoming a beacon of divine prosperity. This season is about more than income. It's about identity. It's about standing fully in who you were always destined to be. The struggle was a teacher, but it is no longer your reality. The fear was a purifier, but it is no longer your atmosphere. You're stepping into clarity, direction, and divine positioning. Your gifts are making room for you, and your wealth is catching up to your worth. You're going to feel moments of surreal gratitude. You'll wake up and ask, is this really my life? You'll touch doors that once seemed locked. You'll experience favor that makes no earthly sense, and you'll know it was never by your effort alone. It was grace. It was divine timing. It was the fulfillment of a promise whispered to your soul when nobody else could hear the money you're attracting. Now carries purpose. You won't waste it. You won't misplace it. You won't be deceived by it. This isn't about greed. It's about glory. It's about what happens when a chosen one finally receives what they've always been spiritually rich in. Now the material is catching up to the eternal. You've always been abundant. Now your life is simply reflecting it. Expect people to come forward with ideas, connections, invitations. Expect your name to be in rooms. You haven't physically entered yet and expect to be celebrated, not because you ask for recognition, but because your story inspires your journey, awakens faith and your abundance, reminds others that it is possible you've been trusted with more because you've shown heaven you can handle more and more is exactly what's arriving. More wealth, more expansion, more authority, more ease, more rest, more fulfillment. Your cups are being filled to the brim, and they will overflow, not once, but constantly. This is the season where you don't just win. One time, you live in a cycle of wins. You shift from hoping for a miracle to living in miracles. You stop asking for provision and start living as the provision. You become the answer to prayers yours and others. That's the beauty of being chosen. You're no longer depending on the world for security. You're tapped into a supply chain that can't be broken every time you move. Now it will be strategic. Every decision will be fueled by insight. Every step will be ordained, and wherever you go, abundance will go too. That's the covenant you've stepped into. You've crossed the threshold of barely enough and are now living under the open windows of heaven. Big money doesn't just represent wealth, it represents transformation. And you, chosen one, are becoming the walking embodiment of that transformation. The visions you once scribbled in notebooks, the dreams you whispered in secret, the ideas you shelved because you didn't have the funds, get ready to resurrect them. You now have the financial grace to build what you've always known you were called to build. You'll start projects, you'll launch brands, you'll invest with confidence, you'll steward millions with the same purity you handled pennies. And because your heart stayed pure, your increase will be protected. Jealousy can't touch it, hatred can't block it, spiritual warfare can't undo it. This abundance is sealed, signed, delivered. You've already crossed into the realm of more, and nothing can reverse what God has set in motion for you. So smile, not just because of what's coming, but because of what's already here. The miracle is not in the mail, it's in motion. The door isn't opening, it's already wide. The wealth you once hoped for has arrived now. It's about embracing it, embodying it, and expanding with it. This is your abundance. Awakening, this is the financial version of your calling, stepping into full expression, and it only gets better. From here, you are now in possession of something few truly understand: divine financial favor. This isn't money that comes and goes. This isn't temporary overflow. This is inheritance. This is destiny, finance. This is the fulfillment of promises encoded into your spirit long before you were born. What's happening now isn't luck, it's legacy unfolding. This wealth doesn't just belong to you. It was always assigned to you, and because it's yours, by divine right, nothing and no one can block it any longer. The energy that tried to delay it has lost its grip. The circumstances that once made it seem impossible have been overturned by the creator of all wealth. You are not being rewarded for your performance. You are being honored for your perseverance. Chosen one, you've stood in the middle of spiritual storms and didn't give up. You've watched others rise before you while you waited patiently in the shadows. You were overlooked, underestimated, even betrayed, and still, you chose light. You chose faith. You chose love. And heaven has chosen this exact moment to unveil your portion. You are walking into a level of increase that demands respect, not because you asked for attention, but because abundance carries an energy that cannot be ignored. You will walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere. Your presence will announce your elevation before you even speak. You're not stepping into wealth to brag, you're stepping into wealth to bless, to build, to break generational curses. Once and for all, big money doesn't just elevate your life, it awakens your calling. You're about to move with purpose and precision. Decisions that once felt impossible will become effortless paths that were previously closed will swing wide open, and divine timing will orchestrate everything in your favor. Your only job is to stay in alignment with the version of you that already exists in victory. The universe responds to identity, not effort. That's why things are flowing faster. Now you finally know who you are. You're no longer pretending to be small. You're not hiding your light to make others comfortable. And that spiritual confidence has unlocked an acceleration. Unlike anything you've known before, money is responding to that awareness. Opportunities are magnetized to it. Wealth is attracted to clarity, and you are clear. Now you're about to witness something miraculous. The things you once waited on are now waiting for you. Instead of chasing after financial support, you will find that provision arrives before you even ask. Instead of worrying about how things will work, you will live in awe of how effortlessly they unfold. You'll receive phone calls that change your direction, emails that release funding connections that bridge you to global impact, all of this, because you never gave up on yourself. You kept praying when it felt pointless. You kept showing up when nobody clapped. You kept creating when you had no results. And now the heavens are echoing. You've won more. You've won the kind of financial grace that can't be explained in numbers alone. It shows up in peace, in flow, in legacy, in knowing that you'll never go back to lack again. And even more beautiful, you'll be able to teach others how to walk this path, not with steps, but with truth. You'll radiate a presence that shifts others into alignment. You'll carry a frequency that heals, elevates, and empowers. You'll become proof that the divine doesn't forget, that the universe always returns what was sown in purity. You'll begin to see your environment shifting too. You'll no longer be comfortable in circles that tolerate lack or celebrate limitation. Your spirit will crave expansion, excellence, vision. And it's okay if some people fall away. It simply means your frequency no longer matches the fear they carry. Don't shrink for anyone. You are growing, and your environment must grow with you. This financial awakening will also open new inner doors. You'll remember dreams you once let go of. You'll revisit goals that felt too impossible. But this time, you'll have the resources, the confidence, and the support to bring them into reality. You're not rebuilding from scratch. You're continuing from purpose. Every dream is now backed by wealth. Watch how time begins to bend in your favor. Delays will turn into divine redirections. Setbacks will become setups. Things that once took years will now unfold in days. Your financial favor isn't coming from effort, it's coming from energy. You are now in complete sync with your soul's calling, and that harmony produces miracles. Expect to feel lighter, expect to feel more rested. Not because life got easier, but because you're no longer carrying burdens that don't belong to you. Scarcity was never your portion. Struggle was never your home. You were born for dominion, for mastery, for peace that overflows in every direction. The wealth that has arrived in your life will begin to show up everywhere, not just in numbers, but in support systems, in clarity, in healed relationships, in unexpected helpers, showing up with exactly what you need, at exactly the right time. You are in a season of ease because you've stepped out of resistance. You're in a season of flow because you've finally said yes to who you truly are. This is not the beginning of your blessing. This is the middle of your manifestation. The beginning started the moment you decided to believe in yourself, the moment you refused to give up, the moment you realized that you were never created to live in survival mode. That's when heaven said, now we can release what's already theirs. So don't be surprised when new money starts pouring in through unknown sources. Don't question it. Don't overthink it. You've done the work in the unseen. This is just the result, showing up in form. Receive it, embrace it, let it multiply through you. Let it build the vision that's been living inside your heart. Big money has arrived and it's here to stay, not because of anything you manipulated, but because of who you were always destined to be. There is no going back. Now, You have entered a sacred space, a divine timeline that was always waiting for you to step into it. Boldly, the delay is over. The struggle is broken. The cycle of just enough has expired. You are not returning to that version of you who questioned your worth, who accepted less, who tolerated the uncomfortable energy of scarcity. That version of you no longer exists in its place. Stands a soul awakened, wealthy, grounded, and empowered. You didn't ask for too much. You just refused to keep asking too little. And now everything you once thought was far away is standing right at your door. Big money didn't pass you by. It circled around again and again, waiting for you to believe you deserved it. And now that you've claimed it with full alignment, it has rushed in like a river without resistance. This is the realm of overflow. This is the dimension of divine downloads and abundant deposits. You are receiving more not because you demanded it, but because your vibration finally matched the magnitude of the blessing. You stopped waiting for approval. You stopped needing validation. You stood in your power. You dared to declare, "I'm ready." Even when your environment hadn't changed yet, that's what opened the vault. And now the vault is wide open. There's no more begging, no more hustling in fear, no more trading your peace for provision. From this point forward, money is flowing to you as a natural result of your alignment. It comes with ease, it comes with grace, it comes with speed. You've crossed the point of no return, and everything on this side is overflowing. Chosen one, your journey has never been ordinary, and neither is your breakthrough. You're not here to just do well. You're here to leave a mark that echoes through generations, and wealth is one of the tools you've been handed to do. Just that. The wealth arriving to you now is intentional. It's encoded with purpose. It's not here to feed your ego. It's here to fund your mission. This is the era where money becomes your message, where your lifestyle becomes your legacy, where you no longer ask, "Can I afford this?" but instead declare, "Is this aligned with my assignment?" Because now you are living in purpose-driven prosperity. You don't just get. You give without lack. You don't just receive. You release more abundance into the world. Don't be surprised if you begin to notice your intuition becoming sharper. Wealth awakens clarity when your mind isn't clouded with stress. You can hear the divine clearly, and you'll start to see what others don't. You'll know which moves to make, which people to trust, where to invest, and when to pause. This isn't just about money, it's about mastery. You are moving in spiritual intelligence. Now the energy around you is shifting in ways that can't be explained in words. You'll begin to see your entire world rearranging to accommodate your new level. Old habits will fall off, draining conversations will lose your interest. You'll feel drawn to excellence like never before, because excellence is no longer a standard you reach for. It's your new normal.